What's up guys, Tremain Hayhoe here to give you the top 10 best movies of 2024. This is a definitive list. This is an unbiased, unmatched list that cannot be argued with, cannot ever be questioned, and is 100% correct and is not wrong. We're going to start with some honorable mentions. Conclave. If it wasn't for that stupid ending, it would have made the top 10 list. Fall Guy. Fall Guy was a very fun movie. If you are a fan of stunts, if you're a fan of movies, I'm a fan of both. I enjoyed watching this movie. Does it deserve to be in the top 10 of all time in 2024? No. Emily Blunt was okay. Ryan Gosling shined. He did a really good job. Love the setting of Miami. It's a fun, worthy watch. Megalopolis. Yes, Megalopolis deserves to be on the honorable mention list of the top 2024 movies, not the bottom 2024 movies. I see it top of a lot of the worst movies of 2024. You guys just didn't understand the genius that is Francis Ford Coppola. I had the honor of meeting him in person one time. I will leave that story for another day. And this is before Megalopolis even had an inkling of an idea. He was telling me about it before it came out. Do you guys want me to talk about that? Leave that in comments below and maybe I will make that video. But I enjoyed watching it. It's called A Fable. Yes, it's goofy. Shia LaBeouf made me laugh. I thought he was really great in it. I thought everyone was really great in it. I'm not even the biggest fan of Adam Driver and I thought he was great in it. Nosferatu. Have you guys saw my Nosferatu review? You could tell that I was a fan of the movie overall, but it fell short in two major categories. If you guys watch those previous videos that I made, you guys can learn about that. Overall, it was a good movie. Did not deserve to be in the top 10 list of 2024. Number 10, Y2K, Kyle Mooney's directorial debut. Kyle Mooney is a very talented actor, most notably from SNL. He was on SNL for a good amount of years. I remember being 13 years old when Y2K was happening, the year 2000. People thought something crazy would happen. They thought computers would shut down. They thought all the power would go out. And this was a fun, lighthearted movie that goes pretty bonkers. And it was just a fun ride, takes you back in time. Definite nostalgia bait. If you're in your 30s or 40s, you'll definitely have some nostalgia there. That was a lot of fun. It's definitely worth number 10 movie of 2024. If I were to have the 10 worst movies of 2024, which I actually don't, I'm looking at the list of all the movies in 2024 that I saw. I don't have 10 full movies that are so terrible. A lot of the same movies that other YouTubers have talked about are on those lists. I haven't seen most of those movies because I don't go to see bad movies intentionally, guys. I could tell a bad movie from a mile away and I don't pay money to go see those movies. It's very simple. But number 9, we have Trap. Yes, Trap. M. Night Shyamalan's film Trap starring Josh Hartnett. Josh Hartnett has had a recent comeback. 2023's Oppenheimer. Josh Hartnett came back looking like a school teacher because he was a school teacher in that movie. And then he came back in Trap. M. Night Shyamalan is a better than most directors. Is he a perfect director? No. Is he better than Spielberg? No. But am I going to watch every single one of his movies that he makes? Yes. Am I going to love him? Maybe not, but I enjoyed Old, I enjoyed Knock at the Cabin, and I enjoyed Trap. Did it go off the deep end towards the end? Yes, it did. Am I going to continue to ask myself questions and answer them myself? Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Trap overall was a fun ride. Yes, you do feel trapped towards the end. You're like, okay, is this movie gonna just end or what? Come on now. But I had a lot of fun with it and a cool concept. So I will definitely always be watching M. Night Shyamalan's movies and I will be watching whatever he comes out with next. Number 8. I'm gonna get a lot of flack for this one too. Joker 2. Sorry guys, it's a good movie. It's actually a really good movie. It's a character piece and it's a musical. I feel people missed the mark. They didn't really get the movie. They were expecting the same exact movie as the first one and it became a different movie. You can't just recreate the same movie as the first one and then call it a day. Yeah, I mean, that's what Avengers does. That's what all the Marvel movies do. They make the same movie over and over and over again. And now they're wondering, oh my gosh, why aren't people liking the new ones? Because you're doing the same exact thing over and over and over again. Joker 2 was a character piece. They're in the asylum. He has these crazy visions of grandeur. He thinks that he's this big lawyer, which I love when he put on his lawyer voice and he started talking like a southerner. and all that stuff. I loved it. And I thought Lady Gaga was great as well. It's a passionate romantic movie musical starring two people that are batshit crazy. Bat-fan-shit crazy. Not everyone loved it. I enjoyed it thoroughly. And again, this is the undisputed definitive list of 2024 that cannot be argued with or debated. Number 7, Gladiator II. Yes, Gladiator II made it to number 7. Aside from a couple CGI animal scenes where they were like, okay, these CGI animals were a bit much, to say the least. I thoroughly enjoyed Gladiator II for 2 words and 2 words only. Denzel Washington. It is so awesome watching Denzel Washington in this role. He's in a bit of a different role as he normally plays without giving too much away. He's having fun. He's hamming it up a bit, but he's Denzel Washington. He's doing what he does best. He's acting, and he does a damn good job of it too. The lead actor, is he as good as Russell Crowe? No, he's not. Is he close? Not really, no. But is he passable? Yes, he is. Does he have the same amount of charisma as Russell Crowe? No, he doesn't. Is Russell Crowe an absolute superstar, and was he at his pinnacle best in Gladiator? Yes, he was. Yes, he was. That is a phenomenal classic movie in cinema history. Gladiator 2 was never, ever going to come anywhere near Gladiator 1, and that's okay, because as long as you don't expect it to, you just watch a fun movie, an underdog story, a revenge story, gladiators clashing it out. You know, that's how they do it. I just do a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Number 6. Beetlejuice. I watched it with my friend D Sharp when I was in LA. We had a great time with it. I just love living in that world, Beetlejuice's world, for an hour and a half, 2 hours. There's a helicopter above me, that's okay. Get to the chopper! Okay, it's gone. I personally just love living in that world. If you live in the Beetlejuice world for 2 hours, you have a ball. I had a really good time with it. It was upgraded effects from the first one. Michael Keaton still looks the same, acts the same. Willem Dafoe as this actor who thinks he's a detective who's dead. I love that part. People gave gripes about Monica Bellucci's character, but her entrance was epic. And there were a lot of really cool scenes in that film. I was thoroughly invested. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I had a great time with Beetlejuice. Heretic. Now, I made a review of this movie, Heretic. It was just fun watching Hugh Grant be the bad guy for 2 hours. He's still a charming, good old Englishman, but he's got that dark side. He's got the sinister side, but he's still being the charming guy. And I love it when the bad guys are charming, philosophical madmen. And that's exactly what he was. And the 2 lead actresses did a really good job. Yes, it flies off the deep end towards the very end, but that's okay. I guess the first 3/4 of the movie was more than enough for me to thoroughly enjoy this movie. The Substance was a very cool movie. We got Demi Moore. She is back. She's better than ever. She does a great job as a Hollywood starlet whose star is fading. She's soon looking to be replaced in her own show with her character, and she gets approached by this black market substance that helps her turn into a younger woman. So I love the themes of this, the themes of aging, the themes of trying to look beautiful. It pokes fun of LA people that'll spare no expense to look as young as humanly possible, even if it means killing other people and killing yourself, essentially. It was creepy, it was thought-provoking, it was gross in a lot of scenes, definitely very gross. Just like a lot of these other movies, it does completely fly off the deep end, fly off the rails towards the end, but there was really no way to go with this movie other than flying off the rails. I thought the new actress that played the young version of Demi Moore's character did a really good job. She's hot too, so that helps. It's a very cool, thought-provoking movie, and it belongs at number 4. Juror number 2 isn't a sequel to Juror number 1. It is the latest Clint Eastwood movie about a jury duty member who is on the case of something where he might have been actually the guilty one, except he's not really a suspect. So he's got a bit of a philosophical conundrum playing out this case. Now, I talked about Nicholas Hoult not being so great in Nosferatu, and I stand by those words. He's not that great in Nosferatu. He's better in Juror number 2. He does a way better job in Juror number 2 than he did in Nosferatu, mainly because this was a current film. It's not based in the 19th century where he didn't really fit back then, but he fits a lot better in current times. Clint Eastwood, guys. Clint Eastwood is 105 years old. He is not stopping anytime soon. This guy's directing in his 90s. Give the man some respect. Put some respect on this guy's name. Somehow Clint Eastwood is still this underappreciated Hollywood gem. He is the man, the number one man of Hollywood of all time. Clint Eastwood. I said it right here, and again, this is the definitive list, so you cannot argue with me one bit. Kudos to Clint Eastwood. Please, oh gosh, I want Clint Eastwood to live forever. You know, it's gonna be really a sad day when he passes. I don't want to think about that. Keep making movies, Clint, for as long as you're alive. Just keep going. Keep going, baby. Keep going. Number 2, long legs. 2 words. Nicolas Cage, the lead actor of Psycho. Anthony Perkins has a son. Edward Perkins? I think it's Edward Perkins. We forget, whatever. His last name is Perkins. Anthony Perkins' son wrote and directed this movie. Longlegs is about a serial killer and is played by Nicolas Cage. And Nicolas Cage talks about how he wanted to play some type of androgynous character and how you couldn't really tell, is he a man, is he a woman, what's going on with that? And he's into dolls and stuff like that. So it was very creepy, very eerie. People criticize Nicolas Cage for pretty much any and every role that he does, but this was the piece de resistance. This was Nicolas Cage at his best. It gave me chills. I got chills in this movie. I saw it 3 times in the theater. I didn't see any of these movies, a single one of these other movies, more than once in the theater, and I saw this movie 3 times. So what does that have to say? It creeped me the hell out. This was the scariest movie of 2024 by far. It was just creep factors, scare factor. The leading lady did kind of annoy me because she's like, okay, yeah, okay. Yeah, she kind of bugged me, don't get me wrong. It's like, you know, but we're getting in gripe territory. I thoroughly enjoyed Longlegs. I highly recommend watching it on a rainy night by yourself or with someone else. It's a very, very creepy movie. I love what Nicolas Cage talked about. He channeled his dad for Renfield and he channeled his mom for Longlegs. And then he says this in this clip right here.
Talking about 2 years ago, 4:30 in the morning on Christmas Day. And I just started hearing my mother's voice and like going through the rhythms and the, you know, oh, there she is. And she used to say, you look just like a little bird when you were born. And I was like, yeah, that's Longlegs.
This is why I love Nicolas Cage. He's the greatest actor, living actor today. Again, this is the undisputed list. You cannot argue with me on this because it is a fact and this is definitive and there are no other ways of going about it. The number 1 best movie of 2024, undisputed, hands down. Can we get a drum roll, please? You guessed it. Simp, baby. Number 1, and this is according to unbiased anonymous sources, number 1 movie of 2024 is the movie Simp. That's right, written and directed by yours truly, Tremain Hayhoe. Okay, guys, you got me. This is just a big advertisement for Simp. But honestly, guys, if you have a movie, if you make movies for a living, or you're trying to make movies for a living, like I am, you have to advertise your film. You have to talk about your movie. You have to advertise and you have to talk about your movie. My movie is available for free right now on YouTube. This movie called Simp. Yes. And you can also get this mug too. The movie Simp, let me take a sip out of the Simp mug. Simp is starring Brooke Piedra and Mike Markov and is about an Instagram model that gets kidnapped at a fake photo shoot based on true events. That's right, baby. And also, guess what? Not just unbiased anonymous sources. We were the number 1 movie. We won the best feature film, baby. Can you read this? Yep, we won the best feature film at the Sacktown Movie Buffs Film Festival 2024 on the Esquire IMAX Theater in Sacramento. It's the real true IMAX, guys. The real true IMAX. There's only a couple hundred in the country of the true IMAX. We're not talking about the BS ones that say IMAX at any regular multiplex. The 6-story tall IMAX screen. We premiered it. We had an awesome premiere. We won. We stole the show. We packed the place, got the best picture, and we became the #1 movie of 2024. What did you think about the definitive list? I don't care what you think because this is the definitive list. No one can ever debate it. Ever, ever, ever. Guys, if you guys like this video, click that like button and subscribe for more. But more importantly, let me just level with you guys here for a second. My name's Tremain Hayhoe. I'm just a humble writer, director. I've only produced a couple movies, Rideshare, which is also on our YouTube channel, and Simp, which is also on our YouTube channel. If you wanna watch it unedited director's cut, rent it on Amazon Prime. That helps me the most. If you guys go to Amazon Prime, you can rent it for $3. You could buy it for $5. This won't break your bank. It will support independent cinema. Brooke Piedra is an awesome actress. She's stunning. Mike Markoff was also in Hitman, which is a #1 Netflix movie directed by Richard Linklater. Mike Markoff played a great role. He's the villain, he's the bad guy, and he did a really good job. So it's worth watching. Our budgets are nowhere near Hollywood's, and I think we did pretty darn well working with what we did. So if you guys want to help support independent cinema, support us on Patreon. Right now, go to patreon.com/Hayhoe Studios and be the first to watch all of our videos and our movies, and you get insider access to the movies, but you mainly get early access and you get to support the movie studio. So I'm really pushing Patreon hard in 2025 so we can make more movies. People have asked for a Rideshare 2. People have asked for a Simp 2 already. Thing is, these movies cost money. They don't cost that much money. So with every little bit of support I get from you guys can help make movies. My ultimate goal is to build the world's greatest movie studio, and that's what we're doing every movie we make. So my name is Tremain Hayhoe. Appreciate you guys watching, and you're welcome for bringing you the greatest list of 2024 with Simp being unilaterally #1 movie. Thank you guys. Thank you, and good night.